Welcome, I'm Richard Hullepa, Research and Development Manager of AGGRAND. Today we're going to talk about soil sampling and analysis. One of the most common questions we receive from AGGRAND dealers and customers, and even potential customers, how do you correlate AGGRAND fertilizer application rates to chemical fertilizer applications such as 20-20-20? Well, I guess you'd just call it comparing apples to oranges, because as you probably know, AGGRAND fertilizers not only feed the plant, they also encourage microbial growth within the soil. Chemical fertilizers, on the other hand, have a tendency to only feed the plant and maybe even in some cases inhibit microbial growth within the soil. So that is why a soil analysis is very important. To start the process, AGGRAND recommends ordering the soil analysis kit, the G1374, which includes 5 sample bags, a sample submittal form, and full instructions. Soil samples are analyzed by Midwest Labs in Omaha, Nebraska. A quality soil analysis will provide an overall picture of your soil's condition and its ability to supply the necessary nutrients for the plants you want to grow. It will provide values for critical soil components such as nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, as well as organic matter, soil pH, and other essential soil nutrients. AGGRAND staff can assist you in determining the correct AGGRAND products, rates, timing, and methods of application, as well as other soil amendments that may be necessary to optimize your soil fertility. With me this afternoon is Mr. Bruce Carlson. He's helped us in a number of R&D projects at AGGRAND, and he will be assisting me in the soil analysis. Bruce, how would you describe this field that we're going to analyze today?
This field has been in a 5-year rotation with wheat and hayland, and the only fertilizer it's had on it since 1993 has been annual applications of barnyard manure.
One of the tools that you may find useful is a soil sample probe. You can obtain soil samples using a shovel or spade, but a soil sample probe, which I have in my hand right here, and we have it marked off at 6 inches for a normal depth of a soil sample. These probes can be stainless steel, or also they can be chrome plated, or you can even make one yourself. But from an industrial or scientific supply house, you can obtain these for about $75 to $100. Other items that you may find useful, and you should have in your arsenal, of course, is a plastic bucket. Make sure it's clean, and then a plastic bag, and then also even a little stick to help push out the soil if it's a heavy, wet soil out of the soil probe. So Bruce, should we get started?
Okay.
When selecting a site for your soil analysis, you have to consider a couple of things. One is the particular crop that you're growing. In this case, it's winter wheat, and we have just one crop continuous here. But then on the other side over here, we have hay. And so you want to have a particular soil sample for the particular crop. And then also you want to avoid any real changes in topography. You may need another soil sample for that area. And then of course you want to avoid these areas of wooded areas that are around the field as well. Other things to avoid are manure piles, chemical spill areas, and then also areas in which there were farm buildings at one time. Obtaining the soil sample is quite straightforward. All you have to do is take the probe and push it down by hand, or if you're a little lighter weight, you might want to push down with your foot. You go down to the area marked by the tape, and in this case, see, we have a very wet, heavy soil. And here's a soil sample, and we take our rod and then put it into the bucket and place it in here. Now that we've shown you how to take a soil sample, for the most accurate results, we recommend taking at least 15 points in a grid-like pattern. Once we obtain the 15 samples throughout the field, we take the soil samples and we put them in the bucket, and then we mix it very intimately around inside of here to get the best sample possible to be shipped to Midwest Labs. Here, Bruce, And then I like using a plastic bag to transport the sample. Nice clean plastic bag, brand new preferably. This is more than enough to fill the sample bag. So then we zip it up for transport, and then when we get back to our home or our lab, in my case, I get the soil sample bag from Midwest Labs and then ship it to them. Bruce, thanks a lot for your help. The field was a little wet today. We just wanted to thank you, and we encourage each and every one of you, if you have any questions regarding your soil analysis, please contact Walter Sandbeck in our technical service department. Have a great day.